Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's on for
Oh,
mine.
okay. Let me try just getting this game and see if it works.
Training local.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, so I think what you can do is OSD. Is there one on here? There's an act out of lag. This one isn't as like clear to see. But I think it should tell you
Training mode.
at least some stuff. Yeah, so it's giving you this like red, right? With like act out of wait.
Yep,
See that?
yep. I think that was appearing already for mine, so yeah. But I mean, it's kind of the same idea, right? If it's green, then I'm not waiting very long. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm moving.
And I mean, if you wanted to, you could just go into like the normal net play melee and just go into versus mode and try moving around.
Right. Okay.
And that could work also. But essentially, what I want you to do for a bit is just, you know, do different inputs, sort of like this, right? Like just your aerials or whatever. You know, all of your standard moves, and just try and move like as quick as possible out of them, and get a feel for how much sort of like lag they have. Because I do feel it was sort of like when I was watching you, it was sort of like some moves you were moving like perfectly out of, like Dare Shine, right?
Right.
But then there was some like, I don't know, maybe you hit a dare weirdly like this, or maybe you did like a move you don't do that much, like I don't know, like up tilt or like forward smash thing, and you'd be really slow out of it. So there'll probably be like some instances where you're a bit sort of less familiar with like how much time you have and like when you can act. But yeah, I just want you to move around for like, you know, 5 minutes doing different things and just like try to keep that green as low as possible, right?
Right.
And then when you're playing, you know, you can add to this, just make note of any, you know, if you see like, oh, every time I do like, I don't know, like a waveland, I'm really slow out of it, then, you know, just make a note of that and,
Right. And then
you know, you can add it in, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So that'd be the first thing. Let me go back to the list. So Shine Out of Shield.
Training mode.
I'm trying to think if there's a good one for this. Maybe do fuck forward smash. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. Reversal training.
Training mode.
So what this will do is it'll make the computer like do an attack at you. Well, and then your job is to like shield it and then punish it out of shield.
Right.
So I'm trying to think of a good one to use for this. Maybe Fucker works? I'm not sure. Yeah, this will work. So as long as you're like quite close.
Right.
So do you feel good about the inputs with like Shine Out of Shield or?
Let me think about it.
Or is there a way you could like share your screen and then I could watch you try it?
Right. Sure.
That's probably easier, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, well, let's do that. I'll just tab out for a sec.
Yeah. How are you? I guess jumping. You know what I mean? Are you jumping with up on the C stick or?
So I just do it with like
Like wire X kind of thing?
Yeah, just like a normal jump button.
Okay.
Wait, did you say you're streaming or not?
Yeah, I think I am.
Okay, let me see if I end mine. Okay, yeah, I got it now. So just first of all, just try and jump. Like, don't even think about the shine. Just try and jump as soon as the move ends. Like as soon as you're out of the shield stun, right?
Right. I think that's my problem. Is I'm not waiting for the shield stun.
Shield stun. Yeah. Because if you're getting a spot dodge, that means you jump too early.
Yeah.
So first of all, like, don't even worry about the shine or any of the other inputs. I just want you to jump and get that act out of shield frame as low as possible. Yeah, 3's fine.
All right, but yeah, I think I get it. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, so that would be the first step. And then, yeah, once you're comfortable with that and you can get that 2, you know, every time, I would, you know, add in the shine part, right? And, you know, that timing's different for, like, every single move, you know?
Right.
Some of them
right.
obviously have the same, but a lot of them are different. So, yeah, I'd get comfortable with that. So, next one, grabbing ledge from different positions. So, with this one,
Training mode.
what I would just do is, you can do any stage really. Battlefield's probably the easiest, so just in training lab.
Yep.
Yep. So I would just put yourself at a point on the stage and set a save state.
How do you? That's the D-pad.
Yeah, the D-pad one. So you press D-pad right.
Okay.
And then when you press D-pad left, it'll teleport you back to where you were.
Okay.
So for starters, let's just do by the ledge, like facing away from it, just as an easy one. And I just want you to first of all practice just like wave dashing to the ledge, right? Or yeah, just like wave dash and then jump to the ledge. You know, and feel really good from this position, getting to the ledge, right?
Right.
Because we sort of build how we get to the ledge from this. Like, this is sort of our foundation.
It's gonna be hard getting used to the the left on the D-pad. Why does he taunt?
Yeah, yeah. Try and go a bit closer, actually. If you,
Closer. Yep.
yeah, and then set the save state there. Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah, don't bother with the ledge dash part. Literally
right,
just,
right.
like, reset as soon as you do it. There you go. I mean, you can do the ledge dashes if you want. That's a good way of sort of, like, killing 2 birds with 1 stone, right? You practice going to the ledge, and then you practice getting off of it.
What's that crazy tech that people do? The like PC drop or something?
Oh, yeah.
That's
That's
a little
kinda
too
hard.
much. I'm just
Yeah, yeah. Let's not worry about that yet.
yeah, absolutely.
So yeah. So then once you feel comfortable with that wave dash to ledge, right?
Yep.
What I want you to do is pick another location. So like, let's say middle of the stage, right? And so now what I want you to do is work out how you're going to get from the middle of the stage to that point we were just at, right?
Right.
And then from there we can do the sequence we used to. Yeah, so something like that, right?
Yep.
If it does that taunt like that, so try that again. Oh,
I might
okay.
be like
Cool.
accidentally like hitting it.
I think you're like hitting up as well. I do that a
Yeah.
lot. Yeah, cool. And you know, whatever's comfortable for this. Some people do run and then shine turn around wave dash.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you've seen that before.
Yeah, that's. Holy.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Right.
You nearly had it, but yeah, that's another one. There you go. Yeah. Another one is like if you're in the middle of the stage here, you would do like a dash wave dash to the side.
How do you mean? Like.
Oh, so like just like dash and then wave dash forward, right? Like that.
Right,
And then
and
during your wave dash, you can like turn around, or
wait,
you can
how?
dash back.
What?
Wait, let me share my screen quickly.
Sure. Yep.
It's probably easier than me trying to put it in words.
Right. Right.
Let me know when you can
Turn
see.
around my wave dash. This sounds like witchcraft. What the hell?
Yeah. Can you see?
I think it's still watching my screen right now.
Yeah, I think if you... Yeah, there you go.
I stopped. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see anything just yet.
Do you see just like a red F?
Yep.
Okay, so that means that it's popped out into another window somewhere. Or if you full screen Discord, there should be...
Oh, here we go. Yeah, I found
You
it.
got it? Okay. Yeah, so what I mean is, so you do like a dash wave dash forward like this.
Mhm.
And then when you dash back, you can do another wave dash, right?
Okay.
So it sort of
Right.
works like that. So that's me doing it like quite slow.
Okay.
It's just that the wave dash allows you to turn around, right? Whereas if you run, you can't turn around, right?
Right.
Which is why doing this can be good, like the shine turnaround.
Wait, that's so hot. What the hell?
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, so like there's a couple ways, right? And then, you know, you might move on to something a bit harder. So like a classic one I think is really important for Falco is like a lot of your combos end by like something like this, right? You hit them off stage and then you end up here. And it's like, how do I get from here to the ledge, right?
Right.
And again, you have a couple of options. You know, you could either drop through and then turn around and bam, you're here, right? Which is where you practice doing this. Or you could turn around up here and then wave dash to the ledge, right?
Yep.
You could shield drop, you know, and do something like that. But yeah, it's all about like getting to this position where you're comfortable grabbing the ledge and then sort of going from there most of the time. And you'll notice when I grab the ledge with the wave dash, I'm actually fast falling it as well. Because you can see how fast I'm going down, right?
Right.
If I do it without the fast fall,
It's a lot, yeah, it's
a lot slower, right? This is actually most noticeable with
Training mode.
Samus. If I do it as Samus, without the fast fall, and then with the fast fall,
Yeah.
right? So that's why it's important, because you'll play and you'll try to wave dash to ledge and you'll get side bead spiked because you didn't fast fall it. So it's just really important, yeah, to be able to grab it as quick as possible.
Right. Okay.
Like you can see how fast these are, right? And that's what you want to try and sort of aim for. But for now, just get comfortable with that wave dash to ledge from that position.
Yeah.
And like
Are
I
you-
say, sort of build it in.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you so? I guess you're not fast falling the whole time, obviously. Otherwise, you just go straight down, right? It's like
No, so you just
it
flick
down.
Yeah, exactly. You flick down.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Alright. It'll be hard to get used to. I mean, at the moment, just do like it without the fast fall and get comfy with that,
Yeah.
and then add the fast fall in. Is how I would go about it.
Okay.
So yeah, and then just sort of build it from there. And then again, like anytime you play a game and you're like, say it's something random like, I don't know, you just did like this or something, and you're like, I don't know how to get to ledge from here. Or I forget what the chic one was actually, but it was something kind of weird.
Oh, I was kind of just standing in the middle of the stage.
Yeah, I think you like
after I
forward smashed or something. And it's like, you know, you need to know like how do I get to ledge from here after whiffing a forward smash. But yeah, so if any time you feel uncomfortable with like how you would move, that's one to sort of like write down and think about, right?
Right, and then practice that.
And then go from there, yeah. So what's the next one we've got? Shield dropping. So this will be one that's probably easier for you to screen share and then sort of show me how you do it at the moment. Let me just...
Oh, whoops. Am I already sharing? No.
Not yet, no. Yep. Okay, I can see yours now.
Like I can kind of do it.
Yeah.
The thing I see a lot of players do is they'll do the quick like, you know what I mean?
Dash and then they do it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So how that works is, if you want to go back to my my stream, let me know when you're in.
Popped out to another window. What am I doing? Here we go. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So do you do like the rolling the stick along the gate sort of method, or do you do straight down?
I do the rolling.
Okay. So yeah. So all it is you do your dash, right?
Yeah.
But you hold the stick, like where it is, like directly left or directly right. So here I'm gonna do left and then hold it, and you'll see that when I shield, it stops me.
Yep.
And my shield is already angled to the left, right?
Oh.
So all
okay,
I have
okay.
to do is roll down a little bit, and I'll go, right?
Ah.
And you know, you can do this really fast if you want to, or you can do it really slow, you know?
Right.
But it's all about holding that stick so that you're sort of like preparing the shield drop, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you've
Absolutely.
already got the angle set up, you know?
Okay.
But that's how people do it really fast, is they just hold the stick after their dash, and then just flick it down, you know?
Okay.
And so, like, the first thing I would say, first of all, is just get really comfortable with that sequence of, like, dash, shield, drop, you know?
Yeah.
So do you want to show me you trying to do that quickly? Just,
Yep.
Yes, do it in steps. Yeah. Dash, shield.
Yeah. Dash,
Hold it.
shield.
Drop. There
I
you
think
go.
I let
Yeah,
go
you
of
got
shield
it.
there. Oh, no.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it, yeah. Yeah, you can literally just hold the trigger down. Like, you don't need to do anything else with the trigger. Just keep it down all the way. Nice, nice. And yeah, just remember to go, like, completely straight when you do it with the dash.
Right.
And I mean, when I think about it as well, I think about it as two inputs. Like, I've got my dash and shield together as one, and then my pull down, you know? Yeah,
Right.
there you go.
I think the way I L cancel might be a little bit weird because I'm feeling like when I'm air dodging right there, I don't feel like L's pressed down all the way. That's kind of
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
then, like,
you could
pressing
do
it
this.
down.
You could do this with another trigger as well, if you wanted to.
I think I'm used to doing it with left anyway, but I'll
Yeah.
figure it out. It's just about
Yeah, but yeah, that's
practicing that.
looking good. So then the next thing to do out of that is just trying to do like aerials out of it, and shine would be the two, I'd say. So if you want to watch mine again,
Yep. Yep.
So the shine one's actually easy because the shield drop angle you do. So like once you go to that like down forward, right? You
Right.
can actually just press B and it'll do a shine input.
Right.
So that one, in my opinion, is one of the easier ones. But it's a bit counterintuitive at first. And then the other one is, yeah, just doing these, like, shield drop aerials, right? This one's quite hard, so what I would recommend is doing it from the top platform, because then you have more time to work with, right?
Right.
So first of all, you know, just focus on getting the aerial out. And then you can, you know, try and L-cancel it. And then finally add in the fast fall, I'd say. Because the fast fall is the hardest bit, in my opinion.
Right.
And, you know, it should look something like this when you get it really fast. But, yeah, the top platform just sort of gives you a bit more leniency with it. And, you know, do it really slow at first if you have to, like this. And then build it up, you know, as you get quicker with it. Until you can do it, you know, instantly like that, right?
Right.
That's what you're sort of aiming for. I won't say any other, you know, complicated stuff you can do yet, like, you know, you can do this. But, you know, that's a bit trickier, or like this. But yeah, for now, just stick with, like, the aerials and the shines, I'd say. Cool.
Is there... I know Sheik's... Whenever I hit them on a platform, or like Yoshi's or something,
Yeah.
I know they're shield dropping a lot.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to do that as, like, Falco and then, like, try and get them with, like, a down air or something?
Oh,
or
yeah,
back air?
definitely. So, like, I'll show you a quick example of where the shine's useful.
Right.
Where is it? There we go. This one? Yeah, so if Fox like nares you on the platform, you can do this, for example.
Oh.
Or you could back air it. Oops. There you go.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I really have a hard time with, is shield dropping after I've been hit as well.
Yeah, so like... I think the reason you struggle with that is the similar reason for why you were struggling with Shine Out Shield, is just not knowing the shield stun timings.
Right.
That's why I'd say it. So I think by doing that Shine Out Shield practice, you'll also get better at doing something like this. Just
Right.
naturally. Okay, cool. What's our next one we got going? So, actions out of lasers. This is more of a simple one. You could do this when you're doing that, like, actionable, like, green flashing stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
All I want you to do is just do different things out of this laser, right? Maybe you dash JC grab, you know. Maybe you do a late aerial like this. Maybe you do a really early nair. Maybe you do a dash dance, right? Like, all these different things out of it. maybe you just, you know, shoot another one. Because I felt like you sort of had this inbuilt habit of just always doing this.
Yep.
You know? Which is pretty common, so don't worry. But yeah, I just want you to get comfortable doing other things out of it, you know? Or even like this, you know? Just like all the different... you know, try and do as many different things out of it as you can think of, you know? Because they're all useful in some way.
Right.
So laser spacings and heights. Let's not worry about heights at the moment, actually, because I think the spacing is probably more important. So for this one, I like going to Stadium. Because the Pokeball is a really nice, like, guide for, like, where you can land with your lasers. So, for example, like, if I do an approaching one here, I'll land on the other side of the Pokeball, right?
Right.
But if I want to do the lands in the middle, I can do that as well, right?
Right.
Or if I want to do one that lands in that, like, black edge that's closest to me, I can do that as well, right? Or this black bar back here, or this white bit back here, right? So I've got, like, all these different sort of, like, places to aim for, if that makes sense.
Right.
With the laser. And so... I think, like, these ones are the easy ones, right? Where you go all the way.
Yep.
Like this. But the harder ones are when you've got these, like, more
Right.
smaller, you know, distances. So, do you feel comfortable knowing, like, how to do this sort of laser? Or this one?
The what one? The last one there?
So this
Just like
one?
a turnaround?
Yeah, so, like, dash back, turn around, like this.
Yeah, I think I can do that one pretty...
And
Pretty
then,
alright,
can you do, this one?
The short one. Let me see.
Yes, go on Pokemon.
Yep.
And just try and aim for the middle of the Pokeball. Yeah, there you go. You got it. Okay.
Right,
I think we can probably work on heights, because that sounds like you're okay at that. Like, obviously it needs a bit more practice, but...
Right.
It sounds like you know the input to do, roughly. Yeah, so for heights, what I like to do is a couple things.
Choose your character.
Oops, that's not what I want to do.
Choose your character.
No, just that.
Training mode.
The egg one can be useful, actually, but,
Captain
so the first one I like to do is, I get a Falcon CPU. And to practice the high ones, I'll aim for his head.
Okay.
Try and look if there's a way to disable what he does. There we go, yeah. Just turn all these off where it says, like, counteraction in the CPU.
Right.
That just stops him from spot dodging. And yeah, just try and get them, like, either over his head or, like, hit his head.
Right.
You can see how high
And then, like,
these
the
are,
really
right?
low ones, yep.
Yeah, so then the really low ones, there's a couple things you can do. You could set a bot to crouch. That's a bit tricky to set up. You can... I think you can do it with the exercise, actually. If I remember right.
Ready?
It's kind of hard, though.
Go.
Okay, you can't on this one. You have to get the absolute lowest one for this.
Right,
is
right.
kinda
But I
hard.
mean, if I'm seeing it just barely go over, that's, like, not terrible, eh?
Yeah, yeah. Another one you can do is... you could honestly maybe do something like Pichu, maybe? Fuck.
Ready?
No, I don't want to play as Pichu.
Training mode.
Pichu. Another one is, like, underneath Link's shield as well. Right, because if you get it too high, you get the
Oh,
tap noise. But if
Right.
you get it nice and low, you can end up hitting him. So yeah, if you want to try some of those, just so I can sort of see, like, your heights.
where did you go here?
So CPU options, and then scroll down, and then it's the counter action. And then just set all of those to none. Yeah, there you go.
Put him in the middle of the stage so I can shoot him more.
Yeah. You can use D-pad down as well to move him. Can be another one. Yeah, so I think the lower ones are harder, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
High one's definitely a lot easier. So yeah, so that's a good tool for that as well. Again, like at least if you're hitting like the middle of the shield or like the bottom, that's fine as well. But you know, try to aim as low as possible with it.
Right. Holy. Okay.
Yeah. And you can
But I
even
guess
sometimes. Oh, go on.
I guess like also kind of just do like some movement too afterwards, so it's not just like because I'm probably not just going to be shooting like low lasers, right? Like throwing the dash dance or whatever after.
Yeah. So you want to get those heights good for like all of those different spots you were landing on the Pokeball as well. So like in the end, I want your practice to sort of look like. Like this. So it's like I'm gonna do like a full approaching low one, and then I'm gonna do a half approaching high one, and then like a half approaching mid one. Okay, I messed up there. But you get the idea, right? You're gonna say where you want to land, and then see if you can get it, or a retreating high, retreating low. You know, like that sort of thing. And I want you to have as much control as possible over this,
Right.
because it's one of the most important things, honestly.
Does it throw off people's like what is that? God damn it!
Power
Where
shield?
power shield? Yeah.
Yeah,
Does that
yeah.
throw off that timing or?
Yeah, it can do that as well, but it's also useful for, like, say somebody's come in from above, right? Like, they're jumping. Like, you want to be good at shooting a high laser to intercept them, right?
Yeah.
Or if you're playing against somebody that's quite low down, like crouching a lot, then you want to be able to shoot these low ones, right?
Right, like a Jigglypuff or something.
Yeah, or like a sheep, or,
Right.
you know, moth crouching, you know, like those sorts of things.
Yeah. Okay.
And yeah, it's just good to be able, like, instead of being able to either shoot here or here, like, you have all of this space in the middle where you can position sort of, like, exactly where you want, right? Like, I can go here if I want to, or I could go here,
Right.
or I could go here, you know? Like, it just gives you so many more options to work with, and that's never, like, a bad thing, having better control over your character, you know?
I mean, of course, yeah.
Cool, so we've got a couple more to do. So movement out of getting hit by laser, I think that's a pretty important one. So for this one, I just go to power shield training.
Choose your character.
Yep, pause it, and then set the fire speed to slow. First thing I want you to do is just try and get comfortable dashing out of the laser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, don't focus on power shielding it. I want you to just get hit by it. And feel comfortable getting hit by it and then moving. So let me watch you do it. Yep, and don't go into your run, just do like a dash. Like, just flick the stick after you get hit. Yeah, there you go.
Wait, dash or a wave dash?
Dash. Yeah, there you go. And just try and get that as quick as possible. Yeah, so there's a bit of, yeah, it's hard, right? And you know, set that to fast now, and then and then try and do it. So this is what it's going to be like in a game, you know.
Right.
So that's why I set it to slow at first. Yep. So that's what I'd get comfortable with first of all. If you set it to slow again. Another one is shielding the laser and then moving out of that. So, for example, jumping or wave dash, yeah. But yeah, again, like you want to move as quick as possible, right? I think for this one, actually, if you set act out of shield frame, that might work.
Choose your character.
Oh, it's to show like
How quick you are moving out of it.
shield frame. Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Okay. So yeah, again, you usually want to aim for like 2 on these. And you might be able to set that act out of weight 1 for the if you go to the I think it's act out of hit stun. Bottom left.
Bottom left.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
Yes, try that one and then see if that does it for dashing. Yeah. Ah, it doesn't do it for lasers. Okay, that's annoying. Try it for the out of weight one instead. Or maybe it's because there's too many on. If you...
Oh, yeah, sorry.
No, you're good. Press Y. Yeah, okay, try it now. Yeah, power shield.
Yep.
Okay, it's still not doing it. Yeah, it might be act out of weight, so if you quit out again. Sorry about this.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah.
Hey, if I'm keeping you as well, don't let me
No,
keep
you're
you
good.
longer than I need to. Okay, okay.
I want you to, like, have everything, you need for this,
Absolutely.
right? Yes, try act out of... Is it act out of weight? I forget where it is.
Yeah, definitely. Let's see.
Act out of lag, act out of jump squat. Act out of shield frame, dash back. Okay, I guess there isn't one. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so yeah, let's just work with the shield one for now. Yeah, if you go back in and just try and like shield it and then move. Cool. And a good way also, and this will help for that power shield, not power shield, the China F shield thing. A good way to just check how much shield stun there is just to hold shield, and then do C stick up. And what that's going to do is it's going to buffer a jump as soon as the hit stun ends.
Mm.
So you got that frame one there, but you
Right,
need to do it as it's hitting you,
Yeah.
But that'll tell you, like, that gives you a really good visual of, like, how long it is until you can move, right? And you want to aim
Right.
to be as close to that as possible.
Should I be doing it with, I guess you said C stick, right? But like try and do it with like the regular jump.
That's just sort of a way to show you like how quickly to act. Like, I wouldn't really be doing that in game. But yeah, again, like, try and, like, first of all, just try and jump at the right time. And then you can add those different things in, like the wave dash, the, jump and then laser maybe, those sorts of things.
Right.
But yeah, I just want you to get really comfortable with this as well. So that you don't feel, like, when we were watching, it felt like, you'd get hit by a laser and then you'd shield and then you'd, like, be really stuck, right? Cool. Okay. I think you're good with that one, right? Like what you need to do.
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Cool. Okay. So the last couple, late aerials on shield. So if you want to go to, attack on shield, I think it is.
Yep. And I guess just any character that I want to practice.
Yeah. So I think for now, yeah, go with the grapple characters. So go with like Samus. The reason I want you to do this is just so it's going to give you a bit more leniency at first. And I think if you press start, it should be set to grab. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I want you to just practice doing like late aerial shine, right? And like, the grapple characters, they have much slower grabs, so it should be a lot easier to get the shine out before they can grab. And you want that frame advantage, that minus number, to be as low as possible.
Right.
In terms of, like, close to 0. So at the moment we're getting, like, -5 and -6. Yeah, -3 is good. Nice. And again, you want to try this with, like, all your aerials as well, right? Like, nair, back air. Up air's a bit weird for it.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to up air.
Mainly bair and nair are the other two you want to practice with it. Nice, nice. And then, yeah, once you're comfortable with it for Samus, you can move on to, like, Moth or something. And try it versus, like, Moth's grab, which is going to be a lot harder. Nice. Cool.
I'm pretty okay at, like, a lot of tech. I think it's really about implementing it. So I guess,
yeah,
just the practice, just grind that out kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, just
I think
decide what I want to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's, like, certain things as well that you're, like, like the dash shine stuff, right? You're really good at, but then when I'm seeing you do like maybe it's a weird spacing, or like maybe you're doing a different move or something. That's when it gets a bit harder. Or an example could be try doing like full hop and then land on top of him with a late aerial.
Right.
And are you gonna hit that one? Nice. Okay. Yeah, I mean, this one seems pretty good then. So I think that one is more of a in-game thing you'll need to work on rather than tech skill. So we can knock that one off, I think.
Okay.
But what I would do is keep it as part of that movement out of laser thing, right? So that you build that habit of like doing it out of that. Okay, then the final one I think was the ledge stuff.
Yep.
So I want you to go into ledge dash training. I think it's up a bit. Yeah, that one. Okay, yeah, so it's gonna spawn you on the ledge. I think if you press start, click auto reset to no. Okay, and then because you want to do other stuff, not just ledge dash, so like the double lasers, for example, right?
Right.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So you want to try and get them, nice and low, right?
Right. That was an accident. Yeah, I can't do that on purpose.
Yeah. Nice. Yes, get comfortable with that. Side B from the ledge as well. Like doing that well is pretty important. So you want to do it like as low to the ground as possible.
Right, right.
Because that gives you more frames of like invuln. Another one is like aerials from the ledge. So like doing a down air on stage. Yep, so you can do it like rising. You can even land on the platform if you're quick enough with it.
With an aerial,
yeah, it's
really?
kinda hard. Yeah,
Holy.
yeah, let me show you.
I feel like on Yoshi's I might be able to.
Yeah, you can't do it on
I'm watching them.
yeah, let me like that, right?
Okay. Oh wow.
Yeah, you can get kind of high.
Are you hitting back?
Yeah, so I do back from
Like
the ledge.
Okay.
I mean, you might still be able to do it down. Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's just a bit
think
harder.
I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm doing back too. I think I'm just a little too slow.
Yeah, as soon as you finish pressing back, you want to immediately go forward again.
Right.
But yeah, that's possible as well. What else do you want to do from ledge? The stalls as well, right?
Yes.
So I think you did one before, and you seemed
Yeah,
okay
it's
with
a little bit slower than yours, that's for sure. But give it a shot.
I mean, as long as you get the input, like you can speed it up after.
I think I just tried doing it with the C stick. That feels not that bad.
Yeah,
Is that how
do it
you're-
however's comfortable.
Yeah, right.
So how I do it is I go, I press away and then I sort of roll the stick to up.
Oh wait, away and then you roll it up.
Yeah, so it's like a quarter circle up. There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think the only part of yours that's slow at the moment is just when you release the ledge. And a good trick for that is like when you see the bubble on the hand. You see how there's a bubble on the hand when you grab the ledge? Yeah, there you go. That's way faster.
Just do it immediately after it shows up. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, just reset like vulnerability with that, right?
Yeah, and then you're gonna have more when you do your on-stage action, right? Yeah, see, like you got a 4 frame there, right? Like you actually got some invincibility. You got 6.
I can definitely do them again. It's really about kind of implementing it, I guess.
Yeah, so that's what makes it easier is doing the stall beforehand.
Right.
And also, you want to practice recovering and then doing the ledge dash instead of just spawning at the ledge. So what you can do for this is go ledge dash training again. And you can set it so that the starting position is the respawn platform. And so from here, you could do, you know, maybe a higher B, and then you try and ledge dash on. Or, you know, maybe you...
mid-shortens.
Yeah, your mid-shortens, right? But, I mean, you can also do simpler ones, like you could jump forward and then do a shorten, right?
Yep.
And then try to ledge dash off of that, right? Or do a stall. You know? But that's where it's more, like, practical, is when you do it from, like, an actual recovery you do in game, you know?
Right.
As a side note, this is also a way, you know, you can practice, like, those shine stalls and stuff like that, right?
Right.
You know, getting really comfortable with, like, how high you need to jump out of it, where you need to fall to. But yeah, you seem pretty comfortable with that stall now, I think. Again, it's going to be harder on one side than the other also.
Right,
like
right,
it is
definitely.
for everyone.
Ooh. Shine in between. Yeah.
Yeah, so none of this stuff matters, like, what you do in these frames.
Oh, okay.
All that matters is when you let go of the ledge. So...
Right.
But yeah, so I think that's a way to make it, like, easier to replicate for, like, an in-game situation. Cool, right. I think that's all of them, then.
Yep.
Yeah, obviously there was quite a lot there, but yeah, even if you just spend, like, even 2 or 3 minutes on each of them, honestly, like, over 2 weeks, a month, like, you'll have all of them super down.
Right.
And, you know, like, once you have, like, really comfortable tech skill and you can do all these things in-game, that's when it's easier to, like, you know, like, implement new stuff and, like, get into more of the finer details about the game, you know? Like, when you can fully control your character. But yeah, I mean, some of that stuff was looking really good. Like, those late aerials you were doing looked really smooth. So, and, like, you had pretty good control over your lasers already, which was really nice. Yeah.
Right on.
Cool. Yeah, so the next one is just going to be, like, me watching you do a ranked, like, session, basically. And I'll sort of coach you through how I would approach that. You know, how to sort of, like, adapt to your opponent. You know, those sorts of things.
Right.
So, yeah, if you want to get that booked in whenever you're next free,
Yep.
we can get that going.
Heck yeah, man.
Alright, awesome. Yeah, if you got any questions on any of that in the meantime, you know, feel free to message, as always. Otherwise, yeah, I guess I'll see you next time.
Alright, see you then, brother.
Alright, see
Have
ya.
a good one, eh?